Welcome back to my part 2 of my Blender tutorial in modelling this screwdriver. In this tutorial we're going to put the chrome effect, metal chrome effect on the top and the bottom, and do a bit of a engraving with the logo at the bottom. So let's move right ahead, trying to get these tutorials within 10 minutes. Tab into edit mode, A to deselect, and what we're going to do is select Alt key and selecting this bottom rim with the Shift key and select that bottom rim here. I'm going to S to scale him out just a fraction, give myself a bit more room. Select the outer brim, P to separate by selected, is separated from the mesh. Let's tab back into object mode, 1 on the keypad, and position our cursor right at the bottom. Control 7 on the keypad, bring up the bottom view. We're going to A to deselect, spacebar, add text, which is upside down. So let's fix that up by going RR180, enter. Fix that up. Tab back into edit mode and backspace and type your logo, Sid Chrome. Tab back into object mode and scale this guy right down. So he's got to fit on the bottom here. So I'm going to scale him down a little bit more. Geom over in the middle. Let's extrude him 4 times on the extrude. If we can spin him around and G, Z axis, we can, I want to just get his little nose sticking out the top here. So it's not all the way in or all the way out, but his little nose is sticking out. I'm going to convert him to a mesh, so let's go object, convert object type to a mesh. Now if we select this bottom part here and apply our subsurf modifier, we can put our boolean over top, and in our operations we're going to use difference. I'm going to type our font name in, which is, if you right click on the font, it's like a font is written down there, so you can check out what your font is called, your text is called. So that's my boolean put on there. I am on my spare computer, and so let's apply that, which will take just as long to apply our boolean. Okay, now we should be able to select our text and delete our text, and it's left a nice Sid Chrome engraving on the bottom. But in the process we've lost the outer rim here, so let's fix that up by selecting the screwdriver and whole screwdriver. Let's first set smooth, tab into edit mode, Alt right click on the outer brim, Control 7 will bring up the bottom perspective, and we're just going to E to extrude, don't move the mouse, S to scale, and scale him in underneath to where you can't see him. So tab back out into object mode, into G, Z, and just drop him down on top so he's nice and neat at the bottom there. And that's our Sid Chrome. So let's put a texture on him. I'm going to try and get through this. So go to the big silver ball, the big red ball, add new texture. I'm going to find a goldy sort of a colour, I'm going to, on the preview, hit flat plane look, the shaders panel. I'm going to put the reflective up and the specularity up. The texture panel, I'm going to add new texture. The map input is going to be reflective, and the map to multiply. And we'll go to our texture button. We're going to load an image. So let's load an image, and I've chosen the skybox, which is on my desktop. So let's load that, and that's the picture of the skybox, which we're all pretty familiar with. So let's pack him along with our file so we don't lose our image. So we've got our chrome effect on the bottom of this screwdriver now. So let's copy that color. So go to your big silver ball and your big red ball and just hover over your color here, and Control C will copy that color. And we can go working on the rest of the screwdriver. So right click on the screwdriver, 1 on the keypad, bring up the front view, tab to edit, object mode to edit mode, A to deselect. Let's scroll in, and I'm going to try and select Alt right click, Shift Alt right click, Shift Alt right click, scroll out, and we can BB and box select the top. P to separate, by selected, so that part is not in on the handle now either. Let's Control R and put a couple of loop cuts down the bottom here, to selecting both loop cuts, Shift Alt right click, P to separate, so it's separated from our selection as well now. Let's tab back into object mode and select this bottom rim. We're going to add new. In the preview we're going to go flat plane. Hold your mouse over the color and just Control V and paste the color in. I like that. Turn the reflectivity up, the specularity up, and add new texture, and the map input is going to be reflective. The map to is multiply. Texture panel, we're going to load our texture, which is skybox. At left click, right click, load selection, and our color is down the bottom. So let's do the same to the arm, the 2 silver ball, the big red ball, add new, the flat plane under the preview. We're going to Control V and paste the color gold in. In the shaders panel we're going to reflectivity up, the specularity up, add new texture. The map input is going to be reflective. Map to multiply. Let's go to our texture panel and load our image, which I've got a skybox sitting on the desktop, which we're all familiar with, the skybox. There it is. So that's pretty much it for my tutorial. I'll put a bit of colour on the handle, so right click on the handle. Similar story again, but we'll choose our colour blue. I'm going to use blue. So that's pretty much it for our tutorial. We've got our nice effect happening here at the bottom. I'll just render a preview off. So that's what we've just made with our logo at the bottom engraved in. Our lights are a bit strong. We could probably turn our lights down a bit, which I've got just enough time to show you where. If you select the light and hit the light buttons, your energy level here, you can turn your energy level down and it won't be quite as strong. And do that to the other ones around the edge and get them all in nice and low. Thank you for my tutorial. Bye for now.